Hi!
Hello.
Hello.
Hindi po mabigat yung ano nyo, ikaw nyo.
Ano, 50 kilos lang po, attorney. Karen.
My question is, I only have one question. Kung meron ka mga kalaban one-on-one sa lahat, sino at bakit? Only one. You have to choose one. And why? Okay, thank you.
Next to me, I chose here.
I'll say Washington. Okay, why? Because she's also from Washington?
Because lagi kami naglalaba. Washington.
That's why I love you.
That's iconic. It's other. And that's the truth. To be real, this is me. And I told her last night, that's first meeting, we connect because of where both Washington DC laging naglalaba. So now that's our signature. And I thank you.
Where do you stay in the Philippines?
I'm from Bisaya, proud Bisaya, sir.
Yeah, but right now, where are you staying?
I'm Manila Hotel.
Manila, Manila ko. Queen, gusto ko siya mag-guest sa program ko.
Ay,
Gusto ko siya lang muna.
ay, gusto na kita, sir. Attorney, anong number mo?
Gcash 150?
Oh,
Like joke ko na sa'yo. Okay, the other, it's the same question with one of my favorites also, Taguig. The same question, Scarlett. Who would like to pick among the girls and why?
To be honest, actually hindi ko siya naisip, competition. Kasi this pageant we have here is a sisterhood. If I will compete with anyone, it's myself. I want to be the best version of myself every day.
Yeah, but it's my question. Not your question. It's my question. Who would you like to pick among the girls and why? It's still a competition, no matter how you view it in your own perspective. It's still a competition.
Maybe,
At the end of the day, you're still want to be crowned as Mrs. Universe Philippines.
okay po, but what I can see, the potential among the girls know how to carry herself is Casey, Abra. She has a smiling angel face. So, whenever she goes, kahit na nakatayo, kahit na rumarampa, kahit na sumasayaw, smile siya all the way from start to end. So, I love her aura. So, it's Casey, Abra Naves.
Yeah, thank you. Sabay na kayo ni Washington mag-guest sa akin. Thank you. Thank you, Scarlett. Thank you, Washington.
I chose to ask you
Hi.
because my personal advocacy in life is reading literacy.
oh, great, yeah.
Now, I know that social media has affected kids and teenagers these days. And because of that, they have short attention span when it comes to reading, even if it's digital.
Right.
So the question is, how do you actually overpower these kids and teenagers to develop the love for reading? Because you said earlier to introduce them to different genres.
Yes.
Actually, before that happens, you have to introduce them to the love for reading first. How do you do that to kids and Gen Z teenagers?
For me, it's really about being an example to the youth because right now it's very prevalent. Social media, TikTok, it's whatever that is trending. That's what they gravitate towards. But for me, for example, someone like me, if they see that I read a lot and show them the advantages of such a worthwhile hobby, I might be able to change their minds. Of course, it's not going to be an overnight process, like nothing is overnight, but I really believe in example. You know, trends will come and go. couple of years, it's not TikTok anymore, and at the end of the day, if you're an eloquent person, you have a good vocabulary, you can explain yourself well, you can hold a good conversation, they will ask you why. And it's because of reading. And I'm just hoping that the younger generation will realize this and go back eventually to the written word. It's not going to be, there's no magic solution. Okay, you have to start reading and then they'll just follow you. No. It's up to people like me, individuals like me, to show them that this is something worthwhile to do. It's not instant gratification. You don't get satisfied right away. But really, the long-term benefits will always outweigh that initial thrill you get from TikTok or Instagram or Facebook. So, yes.
Thank you. And my second question is for Miss New Zealand, Carmela. Carmela, in the Philippines, for the past months or so, Hafis have become controversial figures in pageantry. These are men who came from another country like the US, but they're either half Filipino or sons of Filipino immigrants, and they represented the country in international competition, and it has reached a point after their reign that they made fun of everything that they stood for in the past. Like, if it's not for us Hafis, then Filipinos would not have a chance in the international stage. Now, this is my question. I know ang haba-haba nung pasakali. You said earlier that you represented New Zealand at Mrs. Universe, am I right? The question is, how do you balance the loyalty to your original country and to the country you represent when you're already in the international competition?
That's a very good question. Thank you for that. As a Filipino born in the Philippines, and as New Zealand is my second home now, I truly believe that we don't have to identify ourselves as one. We can actually create bridge to promote the Filipino heritage and culture. That's why when I first said earlier that it's really a privilege, because at the end of the day, as Filipinos living abroad, it's always good to give back to our roots, and at the same time promote tourism of New Zealand. Because if we are a good citizen of both countries, then we can have a better universe. Thank you.
Thank you. Maraming sana gusto kong tanong.
Mrs. University.
Yes, I'm from Mindanao, Uzamis City. Growing up, there will never be national pageant that was brought there. But recently, Miss Universe, Uzamis City hosted it, Uzamis Occidental. There's a lot of things that you can see. Kaloya Shrine, growing up, I just go there, walk. And then now tourists go there. Or Amura, it's like the little Maldives. So, Mrs. Universe, when given the chance, I will use it to promote my hometown and educate people. Because some people, especially military, they do not want to go to Mindanao. They're scared to go to Mindanao. But Mindanao is not just violence. Any part of the world there is violence. But there are also good things there. And then I want to inform people and educate them that Mindanao is a great place to go. Very great place to go. There's a lot to explore and a lot to learn about the culture. This outfit that I wear is from a cocoon made by Mindanao, Subani tribe. So, and I'm proudly representing it. Thank you so much.
Okay. Mr. Richard Dinola, please.
Hello. There is a disturbing trend of criminality among minors. As a mother and a future Mrs. Universe, what solutions can you offer to remedy this problem?
To address these problems, of course, I will be more than happy to use Mrs. Universe platform, not only to empower women, but to educate children that it's important for them to be educated about violence. and that we have to prevent violence. And where does it start? In the family. So I would also like to promote health, not only mental health awareness, but the advocacy to have a family that is built on love, compassion, and understanding. Because if we have that within the family, therefore, the violence that is being shown by the children nowadays will be addressed properly, and we will be able to prevent violence, especially the recent news that we have learned or that have been spreading in the school where a minor has shot many children in the school. So it's important for the peace and love to start within the family. And I will not only empower women, but I will also empower the entire family where we can build a more peaceful nation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Mr.
Military base that you are deployed in Afghanistan. So, how does it feel to be part of a world dominated by men?
That is a very good question, sir. Well, I actually faced discrimination when I joined because I'm not just a woman, I'm also Asian, right? So it's very hard to compete, but what I have in my mind when I left the Philippines, two things. I want to make my home country proud and my new home proud. So I did my best. I'm like, in my mind, if they can do it, why can't I? There is no limit to how much you want to learn. If you have the heart, the brain, and the commitment to do things, you will succeed. And aside from that, I also have my family. My family grounds me. They are my motivation. And then my friends. And, just raising our flags. Filipino flags, and making everybody know that I'm Filipino and I'm a woman, but I can do things that you can't do. There is no limit to it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Very well said. And my final question is for Scarlett of Taguig. Okay, Scarlett, how has marriage and motherhood shaped you, the woman you are today?
Hi po, Tita Nori. Good afternoon. Actually, the person I am today and before, wala pa akong family, kids, and husband. Sobrang malayo. Because I'm still learning, I'm still growing from experiences. But nung nagkaroon na ako ng husband and kids, that's the time na naging mas mature na ako because I have a lot of responsibility to do and sacrifices just for the family na magkaroon, lalo na sa mga kids ko, para magkaroon sila ng magandang kinabukasan.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
To both of you.
Maraming salamat.
Why did you join this pageant?
Okay.
Kung sino yung gustong sumagot?
Sige, from Netherlands.
Thank you for the question. And once again, I will join to the program because I believe that I still need to do something. I know by myself that I've always been love beauty pageant and show to the people who I am. But I think there's something that is missing, and I feel like I wanted to improve and show it to everyone.
Thank you. Miss Abra.
Hello. Nag-join po ako sa pageant na ito dahil gusto kong ma-inspire yung mga probinsyana mothers like me. Yung akala nila, dentista ka, nasa iyo na ang lahat. Hindi naman mahirap yan kasi kumikita. Pero lahat sila mali. Galing po ako sa humble family, nagsumikap mag-aral, nagsumikap para marating ang mga pangarap sa buhay. Dahil mahirap ang lumaki, nabuhay na ang mga magulang mo, Pero, ramdam mo na ulila ka. Kaya masakit pakinggan sa lahat ng mga tao, yung mga expectations nila sa'yo, na hindi mo kayang ibigay sa kanila, hindi mo marating. Kaya nga po tayong tinawag na individual, dahil iba-iba tayo, hindi po tayo pare-pareho. Sa awa ng Diyos, nakapagtapos naman po sa pamamagitan ng pagiging working student. Nag-take ng licensure exam, take 2. Pero hindi ko po yun ikinakahiya. Dahil ang lahat ng pagkakamali natin ay maaaring yun ang magiging pundasyon natin na bumangon, magkaroon ng mas mabuting umaga. Kaya ngayon, ang Mrs. Universe na to, na aking sinalihan, gusto kong ipakita sa kapwa ko mga probinsyana mothers na hindi lang kami hanggang pagiging ina na nag-aasikaso ng asawa, anak, mother-in-law or mga in-laws. Kami rin po ay may kakayahan pa na mag-shine through the stage at gagamitin namin ang mga family, husband at anak na inspiration upang maging voice sa stage na to at i-inspire lahat na pwede naman palang mag-heal ang ating inner child through kindness. Hindi lang palagi question ang expectation sa bawat isa. Maraming salamat po. Ako po pala ay isang solo parent. Thank you.
Electricians, we could be plumbers, we could be gardeners, actually everything. Everything in the household, the default is us doing that. So let's take this opportunity to take a break, have fun, get to know other beautiful women, and celebrate how wonderful being a mom is. And that's my answer. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Batangas.
Mrs. Pampanga, you are an advocate for Musa fabric. I just want to ask, why does Musa is always associated with people deprived with liberty? Because I have encountered another Mrs. Another pageant, which also from Davao, and she also advocates for Musa. Why is there an association with people with deprived with liberty?
Yes, sir. Thank you for your very direct questions. Yes, it's always been associated with women deprived of liberty. First of all, the founder of Musa, House of Musa, is from Davao, and yes, you know her?
Yes, I know her.
Oh, it's good to hear that. And knowing Joy Su is a very compassion, and very improved woman also, woman of family. So she has this, which I also supported, because she has the eye to give chance and hope for the inmates. Just like I mentioned earlier in my introduction, it's something that these women deprived of liberty are sometimes being left out because they have these situations that once in their life they have, these cases. But let's not be forgotten. Forget about it. That they also have life and future and families outside the inmates. So through this House of Musa, we give them the skills development. We give them a better future after they have sentence as an inmates. In fact, previously we only have 30 weavers. Now we have 300 weavers, and then their cases are being lowered now just because they are being given like ropes and given skills to do this weaving skills to the fabric that we bring inside, and it's the House of Musa. So that way, it's a very so-called challenging also, very compassion, very human to meet these inmates also, the women deprived of liberty. Kahit nakakulong sila, even us outside of it, we are also imprisoned of different aspects of our lives, right? So it's not really, it's really something that I feel to support these women deprived of liberty, not just because they are inside, but of course they also have hopes in the future. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Celso Caparas. Yes.
Mrs. New Zealand, name one thing that you would sacrifice for a Mrs. Universe Philippines for.
One thing that I would think that I would sacrifice is my time. Because as you know, time you can't turn it back. And you know, if you sacrifice your time, it's one of the most precious things that we can give up to achieve something. And even if it's a community or a spiritual or faith community, be it in professional or personal life, time is really gold. And that is something I would want to give up for the Mrs. Universe. Because if you don't have time and commitment for the Mrs. Universe, then it's not going to work. Thank you.
Thank you. And my next question is for Mrs. Little Bravehearts. My question is, how do you want other candidates to remember you after the competition?
Thank you for that question. I think my main goal, that's why I joined this pageant, is that to be a total beauty queen. I'm more into leaning to be an advocacy queen for all my special moms out there. I want to inspire them that regardless our busy time to raise our special kids, it's a 24/7 and our everyday silent battles for our children to belong, to be accepted in the society. This platform will elevate and will promote that awareness that I wanted. And at the same time, my advocacy to be able to help more children, not just my chapter, which is the Antipolo series. So I want it more on a national level, and I'm very thankful for this opportunity given to me by the organization. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have, I think, Mrs. Pico, Quezon City, and Valenzuela. Hindi pa would you like to ask questions? Sir Attorney Ton?
One question for attorney, the small, the petite girl, petite and beautiful girl. I have one question for you. If you're going to make a law on pageant, what would it be and why?
If I'm going to make a law on pageant, I will be making Beauty Queen Act. Beauty Queen Act that I know I understand that Mrs. Universe is already focused on substance and making changes among women, empowering women. But through my law that I will be creating, Beauty Queen Act, these organizations, Mrs. Universe, Pinipining Pilipinas, and all other organizations will follow these rules. And if they have something to follow on, everything will be uniform. All the women, all the beauty queens will have a model to follow. And if they have something to follow, all their advocacies will align. And of course, women will be more empowered. And if women are empowered, of course, we create a stronger nation because women also contribute to a more compassionate nation. So if we have this Beauty Queen Act, then definitely all will be more encouraged to join beauty pageants regardless of age and all the stages in life that they're in. Like this, we are in Mrs. Universe Philippines. Everyone knows, or some people know, that if you are already married or if you already have children, you can no longer join beauty pageants. Like me, I never thought that I will be joining beauty pageant, not only because I'm already of age and I'm already married, but because of my height. But even though I didn't expect that I will be joining beauty pageant, Madam Charo Laude made sure that we will be given more opportunity. And we have this platform, we have these organizations, and like what I said earlier, if they have something to follow on, like rules, uniform rules, then definitely these organizations will be more stronger, and all the beauty queens will be more ready to represent Philippines in the international stage. Thank you.
Sir,
One more. Okay.
Doon sa mga hindi na nangatawag, I have one
Yes,
question for
please.
you. Please.
Hi everyone.
What can men learn from women?
Actually, maraming pwedeng matutunan ng lalaki sa babae. First is, I think, patience. And yung, parang undeniable passion sa isang ginagawa niya. Kasi ako, basically, in my own experience, your question, I will base it on my own experience. Sorry kung kinakabahan ko ako. Kasi this is my first time to join a beauty pageant. So, based on my own experience, yung kwento mo, I'm an alpha female. When I got married, ako yung breadwinner sa family. Ako yung bumuhay sa pamilya ko. Kaya when parang may time na tinanong ako ng mga tao na bakit yan yung pinili mong asawa. Usually kasi if you're gonna marry someone, he has to be responsible or capable to give you a beautiful life. Ganun daw eh. Pag babae ka, kailangan yung asawa mo may sinabi para mabuhay ka, mabuhay yung pamilya mo. Ako kasi nung nagkaroon ako ng asawa, hindi ko talaga yung tinitignan. Hindi ako tumitingin sa matandang mayaman na madaling mamatay. Kumbaga, ang sa akin is gusto ko lang is loyalty. So, nung tinanong ako bakit siya yung pinili ko, kasi sabi ko, ang kailangan ko is inspiration, ang kailangan ko is partner na hindi ako ilalak sa bahay. Kasi I have my abilities and talents na pwede kong i-share sa buong mundo. Hindi ako pang bahay lang. So, nung time na nagkaroon kami ng problem ng ex-husband ko, kaya siguro ito naging sobrang sakit. Kaya siguro dumating ako sa point na nag-depress ako. Kasi hindi, yung ego ko yung ego ko yung natamaan. Kasi parang sa akin, ano pa bang kailangan? Siguro, yung matututunan ng lalaki sa babae is contentment. May marami kasi mga lalaki na hindi nako-content. So, yun lang. Kasi maraming maganda, maraming matalino, maraming merong sinabing babae. Pero yung lalaki, pag walang contentment, wala talagang maganda. Yun lang. Thank you so much po.
First of all, I think that pageant is very relevant because it is supposed to be a competition or a showcase of advocacy. So in other words, if we're talking about whether it's a local, national, or international pageant, what we are seeing are what the girls are doing in order to uplift the lives of the ordinary people. And I would like to segue that in my sector, the inventors, I am an inventor myself, maybe pageant is irrelevant, but for me, this is another innovative venue for the people to know that we are real people, that these people who used to be in the laboratory are actually actual people and making pageant very relevant to our lives. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And okay. If you will be part of Mrs. Universe Philippines team, what roles would you like to add for the Mrs. Universe, for the existing roles right now of the Mrs. Universe Philippines and why?
Well, since nasa akin ang mic, hawak ko ng mic.
Hawak mo mic.
So, by profession, I am a real estate broker. Gusto ko naman may iba. So, I want to be a lawyer. So, magiging tagapagtanggol ako sa mga beauty queens na medyo nilolook down. Yun. I want to, this pageant to be equal. So, and hopefully, all our voices are equal. Yun yung gusto ko maging, if ever, improvement or ang aking role sa pageant. Thank you.
Good evening. For me naman, as an aesthetic doctor, so this is beauty queen nga po. So yung makakontribute ko is, gusto ko po lahat maganda. Pantay-pantay because beauty is competence. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. So my role will be, Mrs. Universe is like, she's about
Mrs. Universe is like a mother to our community. She leads with love, take responsibility with grace, and they give love to everyone, to the family. So my roles will be to be the mother to all the queens, to be respected and be loved by each other. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. One more question to the three of you. Actually, it's a question coming from a newfound friend. Okay, question is, if you will win the title of Mrs. Universe Philippines at you heard from another group na may naninira sa organization, ano ang gagawin ninyo?
Well, thank you for that difficult question. Though hindi ko alam yung about sa totoo lang. Hindi ko alam. So, I just would like to know, to extend that we stood up here. We are here not to compete, but to voice out our advocacies. Definitely not to compete or to manira sa iba. That's all. Thank you.
Good evening. For me naman po is ignore. Ini-ignore ko po sila lahat. I don't accept the negative. Pagdating po sa ganito na laban. Because ang gusto ko lang po is fair na lahat. Thank you.
For me, actually nakaka-receive ako ng mga ganong paninira. But I stand for what I believe in. And I will protect the image of Mrs. Universe because I know that I'm part of it at ako yung magre-represent nito sa buong mundo.
Thank you.
Meron
Sir
lang
Richard?
isang message sa lahat. Congratulations sa lahat ng official candidates. Winners na kayo because you belong to the most prestigious pageant for married single woman. So again, congratulations.